So far, I've been playing a bit of Sifron, a bit of Maehv. I tried Keep of Oth, didn't like it very much, sadly. Not sure I've played Elena since the patch hit. Not sure I've played Shidai actually either. So, let's do some quick deck techs again. This is the current iteration of Maehv. Basically, I cut Revenants, and I've lowered the curve, added in a couple of the new toys, and put in Vellumscry. So now we have a much more efficient draw engine between Vellumscry, Desolator, and Spelljammer. We have all these 4-drops to just keep the hand full. Don't need revs anymore. Basically, we just dig for Desolators to do the same thing. Or at least that's how it's been playing out so far. The same early game as before. We have Bloodtear Alchemist, Sphere of Darkness, a Singleton Void Pulse, Zix, as a Herald, Crypto, Demonic Lure, Healing Mystic, new toy Nightmare Operant, which is a pretty nice thing to have when you're, probably going to sacrifice it to make a 4/4, or just plow it into something. Still playing these Bound Tormentors. I got a 1-mana Falkius earlier from an opponent who presumably forgot what it did. Horror Burster, Cacophonos, Desolator, Spelljammer, and newcomer Vellumscry, which is so far working out quite well. So, if I'm honest, this deck doesn't really play out like I would have expected it to. Like, I make some 4/4s, but my opponent usually just kills them, and my early game's a bit naff. What ends up winning me the game is just getting Desolators out and playing them over and over and over again. And being able to reliably sacrifice Desolator is quite nice. I don't tend to use the Bloodborne spell more than once or twice a game, and it doesn't usually have that much impact. Like, people can deal with random 4/4s, even early on. And they've usually got something to do with it. This is partly because I've been playing against a lot of Vitruvian, so if I, turn 1 4/4 often gets just Falkiest. Or like Zephyrd or whatever in the mid game against Sarge. Although this deck does actually have a really good Sarge matchup. I think the wins I've had playing it so far, I've played it like maybe 6 games or something. I'm mostly just beating up on Sarge players using Desolators and Pings.